got the recipe. Check out what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic, I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the absolute best homemade beef tacos. You guys, everything is going to be made from scratch, even the shell. All right, so I'm going to show y'all how to do this real quick and easy. But before we do that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click that like button and the notification bell. All right, so all hearts and minds are clear. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to be starting off making our tortillas today. We're going to start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And to that, we're going to add in our 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And these are all of the dry ingredients that you're going to need. So all you want to do is combine those with a fork or a whisk. You know, just mix it on up. We want to make sure it's all incorporated. And then we're going to add in our wet ingredients. So we're going to start off with a 1/2 cup of hot water. I just microwave this water for about a minute. Okay, do not burn yourself. Use a utensil to help you to not get burnt. All right, and you want to make this kind of crumbly. You want it into a nice crumbly consistency. And then next we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. All right, if you want to use shortening, that is also fine. But you want to mix this until it comes all together. It's going to kind of resemble biscuit dough if you've made biscuits before, all right? But look, you don't want any dry bits. But once you get it to where it's easy to work with, you want to form it into a ball. You know, just knead it a little bit while still in the bowl. Doing this will definitely save you some cleanup time, honey, okay? Anything to save us some time. And I'm just going to dust my work surface with just a little bit of flour. It's not going to stick because it's nice and oily. It has oil in this dough, okay? So it shouldn't really stick, but it will help to soak up that moisture. And you want to knead this for about 7 to 10 minutes. No less, no more. That's all it takes. And once you get it kneaded, you want to roll it into a nice little ball, you know, form it into a little circle. Doesn't have to be anything special. And then we're going to cut this dough into halves. And then we're going to cut it into sections. Each section is going to be one shell, one tortilla, okay? So once you get that, go ahead and roll it into little balls. You can kind of pre-prep these and cook them later if you prefer. Or you can go ahead and cook it now like I'm about to because we're trying to eat tacos tonight, okay? So I like to roll it into a ball and then shape it into a disc. And I'm going to show you 2 different methods on how to do this. So this is the first method. Just use a rolling pin, okay? If you have a rolling pin, you can definitely use that. If you have any type of flat bottle, well, a bottle ain't flat, it's round, but it has a flat surface, you can definitely use that as long as it's clean, okay? You just need something to roll this bad boy out. But guess what? I know that all of us are not bakers and all of us don't have rolling pins. And guess what? That is okay because I'm going to show you a totally different method as well. But we'll wait on that. So if you're using a rolling pin, you can definitely manipulate the sides, you know, just push them in a little bit until you get that nice circle. Doing this a few times will take some practice in order to get the perfect circle. You know, it just never comes out perfect unless you use a press. But that's okay, all right? So look, this is my second method. You're going to do the same thing, form your ball, and then make you a small flat disc, a small circle. That's where we're starting, right? And I don't have a tortilla press, but I do have a paper plate. And it works just as fine. So look, press that paper plate right on top of it. Make sure it is clean and flatten out the surface, you guys. And I do like to roll the edges out just a little bit. But hey, look, we got us some flat tortillas. And I like to just put them on the edge of a bowl so that they do not break or tear. All right, so now we're ready to cook them. And I have my skillet heated to about medium high and I reduced it to low. And once you add that tortilla in, it's gonna form bubbles. You see those bubbles at the top? And when you see those bubbles, honey, you are ready to flip that bad boy and make sure it is cooked all the way. And that's all. Can you believe that's it? You just made some homemade tortillas, girl. All right, so your shells are cooked. We can use the same skillet over medium-high heat, and we're gonna add in 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Or if you're using any other type of meat, that's fine too. But I'm using ground beef, and I'm gonna season this up with 1/2 teaspoon of seasoned salt, or until it feels good, honey. And some black pepper to taste. And I'm just gonna make sure all of this beef is cooked thoroughly. We do not want any raw bits of this beef at all. We want to make sure everything is cooked. Once it is all cooked, we are going to strain this and bring it right back to the same skillet and reduce our heat to low. Very important step. Strain it before you add your other seasonings, okay? So to this, I'm going to add in some canned diced green chilies, my favorite. These are not spicy, but they add so much flavor, and these are the same peppers that you find in a can of Rotel. So if you want to use Rotel, you can use that as well. And I'm also going to add in a teaspoon of tomato paste to just a little bit of water. I didn't measure the water, it's just a little bit in a little cup, and this is just to help thicken this up. Now you can totally skip that step if you prefer, but it does give you some good flavor, honey, so why not? And before we go into the seasonings, honey, you can add you a taco seasoning pack if you prefer, but I like to make my own. So I'm adding in a half teaspoon of garlic salt, a half teaspoon of onion powder, as well as 1 tablespoon of chili powder. All right, make sure you get you some chili powder in there. That's the whole bulk of the taco seasoning. And I'm gonna add in a half teaspoon of ground cumin, and I'm also gonna add in 1 Sazon seasoning packet. Y'all, this stuff is the truth when it comes to any type of Mexican food. I love it. All right. So look, make sure you mix that up. Remember, this is already cooked. We just want to make sure all of these seasonings get combined. And that is it, honey. That's it. So let's go ahead and plate it up. And there we have it, guys. Isn't she a beauty? Girl, you should feel accomplished. And gentlemen, too, if you are following this recipe. All right. So look, y'all, there it is. That is all. Takes no time at all. And you have one of the absolute best tacos you have ever made in your life. Okay? All right, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. And I'll see y'all next time in the next video. Bye.